Sadly, this holiday, many Arizona residents won't have access to a meal, and that is where St. Mary's Food Bank comes in. They have so many programs to relieve food insecurity, and we're going to talk about that today. Joining us is Lisa Notaro. She's going to talk about all the ways that you at home can help this holiday season. Lisa, thank you so much for being here with us today.
Absolutely. Thanks for having me.
Now, for those out there who may not be aware of everything that St. Mary's Food Bank does in our community, can you talk a little bit about your mission? And it likely goes well beyond what many people think you do.
It actually does. So interestingly, St. Mary's Food Bank is actually the very first food bank ever in the world, and people are surprised to hear that. Our founder, John Hengel, was volunteering in a soup kitchen and thought, wouldn't it be great if there were a place where people that needed, that had extra food, farmers, grocery stores, and just people doing food drives, a place where they could deposit food and other people that needed it could withdraw it. So a bank, but for food. That was back 53 years ago. And we have grown today. We now are one of the largest food banks in the country, doing about 100 million pounds of food a year, which is hard to fathom.
I was going to say, I can barely imagine.
It's hard to
that
fathom how big that is.
Yeah.
But St. Mary's Food Bank, our mission is to get food to people in need. And we do that mostly through our partner agencies, working with more than 700 nonprofit organizations throughout most of Arizona. We fulfill our mission by giving food to wonderful nonprofit organizations, getting food to millions, literally millions of people in need, and the need is really high.
Oh, absolutely. And we were speaking a little bit earlier that a lot of people likely envision St. Mary's Food Bank as the lines of community members and families who are waiting for food boxes, and you have seen so much more need even just going into this holiday season.
We actually do see that. So we have 2 locations. In addition to working with our 700 nonprofit partners, we have 2 locations where people can line up right there and get food from us at St. Mary's Food Bank. They're getting a non-perishable box of food that's got canned fruits and canned vegetables, rice, beans. They're also getting perishable things like milk and eggs, cheese, meat, things like that. So it's about 50 pounds of food that people are getting for the family. So they will come to us at St. Mary's Food Bank, and about a year ago we were having maybe 600 families a day. It's doubled right now. With food inflation, Arizona is one of the highest states where food inflation is just so high for us. And people they're just having a really hard time making those ends meet, and they're turning to St. Mary's.
For those out there who may be looking to donate food, obviously any donation we know is much appreciated, but there are certain items that you can stretch even further than you already do. Talk a little bit about that, because that was interesting. I wasn't aware of that.
Yeah, well, so when you think about somebody donating, of course, money always helps us.
Absolutely.
And so the dollar goes very, very far at St. Mary's Food Bank. People can go to our website, stmarysfoodbank.org, and make a donation, and that's wonderful. For those people that like to donate food, we love all kinds of food. It's got to be non-perishable so that we can make sure that it's shelf-stable. But something like peanut butter or cereal, things that go further, really, really helps us out. And especially peanut butter. When you think about how versatile peanut butter is, obviously it's a really great, it's a great protein item. 1 jar of peanut butter or 1 jar of jelly can make 10 peanut butter sandwiches, and so that's great. And also we're having a really hard time getting peanut butter right now. Several loads of peanut butter that we've actually tried to purchase have been canceled on us, and so that's something that we really need.
Yeah, and a little bit of added incentive here as well, not just helping your neighbors, helping your community, but there's a tax credit incentive here as well.
It's wonderful that we have this benefit in the state of Arizona. People can make a donation to St. Mary's Food Bank and literally get it right back on your state taxes. Up to $400 for an individual, up to $800 for a couple. And again, going back to what we're seeing, 18% of the people that are coming to St. Mary's Food Bank in the last month are visiting us for the very first time. It's a hard holiday season for a lot of people, but there are so many wonderful people in the community to help us.
Well, Lisa, thank you so much for being here and for sharing this valuable information. And again, like you said, those gifts can change lives right here in our community. If you would like to learn more about giving to St. Mary's Food Bank, you can visit their website.